Oh, hello. Um, right, just a new policy of bringing you up to date with what's happening when we see what's happening. There's a lot that's floating around that still isn't terribly definite yet. Here's a quick look at what's happening in the news. There's a spike in the Omicron cases in children, and the scientists say that this could easily lead to a surge in adults. So we're not out of the woods yet. We're enjoying this freedom. Enjoy it, because who knows what's going to happen after that. Uh, uh, the new variant could prolong the current wave, experts warn. And the UK is reporting today the highest daily deaths for 11 months, and that's almost 500, as I recall. Okay, the father of the girl murdered, a 19-year-old girl was murdered. Her father has been charged. Lauren Malt died of chest and abdominal injuries after a report that a woman had been hit by a car in West Winch in Norfolk, and that was on Sunday. And now the father has been charged with murder. Boris is well, that's he's facing Prime Minister questions whether the full Sue Gray report, which is the inquiry into the cake and the parties, which I hate everything about. I'm fed up with hearing about bloody cakes and parties when other serious things are happening. But anyway, it says that there is wiggle room for him to try and squeeze out of it. He's pretty good at actually at wiggling out of things. So perhaps he'll do it. Who knows? Let's see. Right. The Sue Gray report has not been delivered to Downing Street yet, apparently. The two men are held in Manchester as part of an investigation into the Texas synagogue siege, where several people died, but the perpetrator was from Manchester, and now there are two people in Manchester who have been arraigned, as they say. The energy bosses have cast doubt on whether the government deal to prevent 50% price cap hike can work. So stand by, because you're not going to get the energy companies helping. That's for damn sure. What else is going on? Well, those are the main things. The one thing that I am very aware of is that we've got the Russians on the border with Ukraine, and that buildup is pretty massive. Even so, the foreign minister in the Ukraine has said, well, they haven't got enough there to actually invade on all fronts, but they soon could have. There is a big row now about whether, but particularly with Macron, as usual, is the French and the EU are getting into it and saying, oh, let's not be too hasty, let's not smack him, let's not warn him about anything, because we think we can negotiate. As they can, good for them. That's what they do. So that's the more or less what's happening at the moment. Farrell is out of the England team for the whole of the Six Nations, apparently, and I'm sure that he, along with everybody else, is recovering from the fact they had to get up in the middle of the night because of a fire in Brighton and go down into the lobby in their rugby shorts. And Eddie Jones leading them out like a mother hen to make sure that nobody was injured in that fire. That was last night. I don't think there's much else that we can talk about right now, but that perhaps brings you up a little bit up to date one way or another. Okie dokie. We'll be back when anything happens, if it happens, because there is always the expectation, and often it doesn't become news until much later, and quite often it catches us on the hop. It actually it doesn't it doesn't happen when we think it should happen. hang on, we've got Sean Elias is a young man who's on the way up. It's his birthday today. Happy Wednesday, and hi Keith. So there you are. Sean rather is watching. Well done. I'm sure that he's a young man. He probably no more about 25 or 26 today, even though he's got a birthday. But I'll tell you, this man moves with the great and the good. So there's anybody who's chatted to all sorts of people to get a good viewpoint on what's going on, it's Sean. Well done, Sean. Good to see that you're around and about. Okie dokie, let's say toodle pip. And we're going to say toodle pip with something that's really peeing me off. Here we go.
Well done, the energy companies. They're full of bright ideas to help their customers. Now they've made power so expensive that for an average house such as this, you can't afford to heat it. So you don't need appliances such as this. But that means you also don't need a fridge, because you can keep your groceries cool and fresh without it. The house is cold enough. Well done, chaps.
Ta-ra.